Okay. Next is test command. Okay. Test. So service is like this. We can use, so for example, send mail is one service. I want to stop it, start it, restart it, or something else. Check the status. We use this many number of times, guys. You don't worry. Especially, I don't want to show only for this purpose. You don't worry. We'll see it n number of times. Okay. Next, test is a command. So this, the use of this will come to know in shell script. Okay, like it can be used like if condition, right? If condition, if a greater than b, right? For that we can use test a greater than b, something like that. We can use this. Okay, so like testing, right? If we pass some expression whether it is true or not, if a greater than b, right? Test a greater than b. If you pass, right, it will tell whether it is true or false. True or false, like that it will tell, right? So the meaning also we are going to learn in shell scripting, right? How to use it in that next class, maybe next 1 or 2 days only we'll learn. Maybe today mostly we'll complete shell Linux, right? After that we can see about in shell scripting this. Okay. Next, ping command. See, this is my Linux mission, right? This is my Linux mission. I want to check. I'm trying to SCP, secure copy, from this Linux mission to some other Linux mission, remote mission. SCP, secure copy, you know, right? One Linux mission to other Linux mission. If you want to copy files or directories, secure copy. Within the mission means CP, copy. Different mission, SCP, secure copy. I tried to copy it, it is not working. First thing what we do is, whether the communication is happening between the two missions or not, we will try. So, right? Have two missions. In real time, what we do, I'm trying to copy to this mission or connect to from this mission to this mission, something I want to do. But whether the communication is happening or not, first we will check when that, right? How to do is ping on this mission. This is my remote mission. This one, whatever I connected, ping IP address of this mission we will give. So first I want to, either host name also you can give. For example, I'm typing from this mission, can I access Google or not? So this is my Linux mission. This is my Linux mission. From this mission, whether I can access google.com or not. Ping google.com. If we give it, see, it is happening. See, it is passing. Just what is it? Is it will send some packets. It will send some data. Just one request it will send to google.com. Google is responding or not. Whether Google will tell yes, I'm receiving. Right? So it will print and this print the result. It will get back the result and print it. Hey, I'm able to happen. For example, see this. Ping abc.com. I'll give abc.com. Now you observe. Okay, there is something called as abc.com. Okay, even I don't know. It is happening. For example, ping one IP address. I don't know, one random IP address. I'll something. Alright, it is also valid. Our time is very good today. So that it is able to ping that. It's something, right? It is publicly allowed. It is pinging. Else it will not ping like this. It will not print like this. It will hang there. It will hang there. I'll show you, guys. Those who know AWS, if you have created one instance, or else let me show you this. See, this is my local computer. Here, this is my local Windows machine. Ping from here. I am trying to ping to this instance. To this Linux instance, whether that communication will be happened or not. Right? See, it is not happening. Request timeout it got. Request timeout. See, the communication is not happening. Timeout. It tried to vent. It's my local computer sent a request packet to this Linux mission, but this Linux is not responding. This is not responding. So it got ping statistics for this IP address sent 4 times. It has sent a request, right? 4 times. Response received is 0. Last 4 times. Means it went and knocked the door of that Linux mission that didn't respond. 4 times it tried. Didn't respond. Came back. Then you may get one question. Sir, when you type ping, it is not responding. But when you type like this, how it is connecting to that? Ping, it went to try to knock the door with ping, right? It is not connected. But when it tried to do with SSH, it directly went inside the home, means went inside the Linux mission. How this happened? Because of security group protocols. That ping will use a different protocol. This SSH is using SSH 22 protocol. So in your security group, right? Those who don't know, it's AWS, it's okay, leave it. I'll teach in separate class, don't worry. So that security group is allowing SS22 port, but the ping is using some other TCP, something, some other protocol and port number that security group is blocking. Have you understood, guys? Those who know security group, why it is connecting, that is not connecting, because in the security group inbound rules, SSH22 is allowed, but your security group is not allowing the protocol used by ping. Right? Protocol and ping, port number used by your ping is not allowed there. So it is not responding for the request packets, but here it is allowed, right? Okay. So if you don't know that, it's okay. I'll explain sometime. Next.
Sir, is there any time limit here? Like what we connect to the through that SSH, right? So
this one, yeah,
like
one limit. I said in the first class only, right? In the first class only, I said it will be wait for 1 minute. If you don't use this for more than a minute, it will get automatically disconnected. Again, you have to rejoin. Okay. So not only this putty, anything, everything will have 1 minute time limit. So if you don't use it for more than a limit, you need to connect again. Okay. It will auto disconnects. Okay. Next, diff. You try it. This is assignment for tomorrow. You create two files. Okay. Both the files should have few common lines, or like 3-4 common lines. Same, whatever is there in the first file, that should be there in the second file. And in both the files, you create some unique lines. Then type this diff file, first file, second file, you give it. So what is the difference it will show? You find it and let me know tomorrow. Okay. Understood, guys?
Yes.
You create two files. Both the files should have some common lines and some unique lines, unique text. Then you type this diff file 1, file 2. Then what is the difference it is going to show? Let me know tomorrow. Next thing, one more command, split command. I have a 10 GB file. I have a file with the 10 GB. I want to divide that into 10 parts based on GB. Like I want to split that one file into different files. Each file should have 1 GB. One file is there, 10 GB file. I want to divide it, split into multiple files based on the size, right? So 10 GB file want to split into different files. Each file should get 1 GB. Means 10 files I want to split. This is the command. Split is the command. Split -- bytes equal to 1 GB. So this is the file. This is the file name, right? This is the file which is of 10 GB. Okay. This is the file which is of 10 GB, right? Now this file I want to divide into multiple parts, multiple files based on 1 GB. So first 1 GB will be divided as one file, second GB one file, third GB one file, like that. Based on the size, it is going to split that file into multiple files. Understood, guys? One huge memory file, we are dividing into multiple files based on the memory. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, next, these are related to admin questions, right? We don't bother about this, but just go to that, keep an idea. Okay, those are there. I have given some interview questions and answers. Some I copied from somewhere, right? Those are related to admins. So far, no one asked, but just if you want to get some admin knowledge also, just go through that questions and get the answers. Okay, next, some basic comments are there. Let me come from top. We ignored a few things. Let me discuss about those. Okay, it's not basics actually. Those are not much important. Just we need to have an idea. See, I logged in as EC2-user. I switched as root user, sudo -i. Okay. Now, like this, I logged in as EC2-user, then I switched to root user, then to ABC user, then XYZ user, something and all. Now, if I type one command called as who am I? It is going to give what is the logged in user. See, logged in user is different, switched user is different. First time to this terminal, what is the username I try to log in? EC2-user with the temp file. Yes. Then I switch to root user. Right. So now if I create some folder, who will be the owner of that command? Who will be the owner of that directory? If I try to create a directory, who will be the owner of that directory?
It's the root user here.
Root user, because I'm going to execute the mkdir command with the root user, right? My current working user is root. My logged in user is EC2 user. From there, I switch to root user. So now whatever the actions I do, everything for that root will be root user is responsible, right? So now I switch to many users. I forgot what is the login user I used. I want to know that. So then at that time, you have to execute one command called as who am I, or else who am I also without spaces also you can execute. This will give current working user. Who space am space I is giving logged in user, whereas who am I is giving current working user. Next, we can execute who also. Who will give logged in user. W also you can execute. See this. Except who am I without spaces. Who am I? Everything who space am space I who W everything is using logged in user. What is the logged in user? Only who am I is printing current working user, the same user. Sir, I already know this. I already know this. It is already displaying here. What is the my current working user? So why should I type who am I? In case if you want to know, or else in the scripting, somewhere in the scripting, you want to know what are the user you currently working with, then you need to use who am I. Okay, you'll come to know its usage in the shell scripting. But for now, have you understood? Who space am space I, who W, everything will give what is the logged in user. W is giving what time they have logged in, the details and all. Okay, from where this is my local computer, from where I connected, all these details it is giving. Who space am space I, right? Who W will give logged in user. Who am I will give current working user. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next W also PWD log name also will give same thing. Right? So log name also will give login username, anything, right? There are multiple comments. So date I said, so okay, it will give the date, right? Next, what is the clock time I want to know, right? So it is going to give the time. So date command will give date and time. Date and time. Okay, timestamp. It is called as timestamp. I forgot the word timestamp. Okay, so it is going to give timestamp. Timestamp will contain date and time. So if you just want to know the time, clock, right? So including the date format, this format, it is going to give clock. Calendar. I want to know current month calendar. You can type this. I want to know particular month calendar. Okay, or year. For example, for example, 9th month of 2016 or something you want to know. It will give this. One particular year I want to know. 2016 entire year. Cal 2016. It will give it. These are simple commands. You don't need to remember, guys. Okay, right? Who will check the calendar? We have all mobiles. So touch cat. Okay. These and all we discussed already. T is not much important. CP, B, list, L, chmod. Okay, I discussed already how to change the permissions. Next, chon I discussed. Group. Okay, I'll discuss groups. First, let me discuss about user mod. Okay, see this. I'll exit. Okay. Okay, see this. I have a directory. Okay, I have a directory. This user, okay, this user is going is the owner of this directory. Let me create one more user. Add user abc. Okay, sudo add user abc. Sudo passwd abc. Okay, I give a password for that user. Now, who is the owner of this is this one. Now, this user is going on leave, or he's leaving our company. I want to change this ownership of this file. I want to give from EC2-user to that ABC user. Chmod, user mod is the command. Wait, guys, I forgot. Just a second. I'm getting confused with the commands. User mod. Group ownership if you want to give my mind, let me relax first. Continuously discussing, right? I got ch mod. Okay. Okay. User mod I give, right? Okay. See, ch1 is the command. ch1. If you want to change the ownership, chown is the command, right? Chmod. Why we use chmod? Don't get confused. Chmod. Why we
In the
use?
permissions, what we have
Changing the
in the
permission.
IWA.
Changing the permission. If you want to change the ownership of a file or a directory, then you have to use ch1. For example, I want to change the ownership of this or something, right? ch1. I want to change abc abc dir1. Sudo. Okay, let me use sudo permission. As normal user, you cannot do. With sudo privileges or root user can do. Now, who is the owner of and group owner of this directory? ABC user. ABC user. Okay, you understood how to change the ownership and group ownership. See, the command is this one: ch1 sudo. Normal user cannot change with sudo privileges. If I have sudo privileges, then that or root user can change. This is the owner. This is the owner. This is a group owner. Group owner. Understood? Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes or no? Chown is a command. Chown to change the ownership. Chown. Now I want to change both. I can do that. I want to change only one. See, I'm getting back from ABC to EC type user. EC2 hyphen user. See, it changed only ownership from ABC to EC to hyphen user. I changed. Just if you give chown only one, it will change for what? It will change what? This command will change what?
Owner.
Owner. If I give like this colon EC hyphen user, then what it will change?
Group owner.
Owner and group owner. I want to change only group owner. Then colon you can give like this. It will change only ownership. So group owner, owner, whatever is there, it will be there as it is. It will change the group owner. If you give like this, it will change the owner, but it will group owner, it will keep as it is. Understood? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, bro.
Okay. That is, don't get confused. Okay. Chmod to change the permissions. Chown to change the ownership. If I have a directory, I want to change recursively, minus R, right? Same like that only. Next, groups I'll discuss in one time. All groups I'll discuss one time. Okay. Next, let me check if anything. RM, MKDIR, all this discussed. Okay. Next, chown. Just now I discussed, right? ch1. Okay. This one. ch1. Okay. Next, cd. User add password, these and all I discussed. WC sort. Okay, cut command we discussed with different delimiter. Grep we discussed. Find we discussed. Man command. Okay, see, man, I'll explain. See, there is some command ls. I don't know what is ls command. I want to know the what is it, what are the options available, how to get help of that.
Help command.
Minus help. Yeah, ls minus help you can type. Any command hyphen help, it will give it, or else man ls. This will also give the information, but that help will give everything there, but here, right, it will print on the screen line by line, like more command, right? We can read it like this. If you click on it, it will come out, right? So man command also you can use, or else help ls also you can use. Okay, help, no helps. Okay, it's enough. Man you can use, or info ls it is using. Okay, info I think, not help, info command I guess. Okay, info ls it is going to give that. Okay, so normally what we use is hyphen help. ls or any command, if you want to help, hyphen help will use. Okay, there are so many possibilities, guys. You don't need to remember everything. So scp, f grep, groups all together I'll discuss. Okay, finger also related to that user only when that user has logged in at who, like that only. Okay, next I gave one assignment, right? Write one more assignment. Chase is a command. I'll discuss this tomorrow. Both that file diff and chase tomorrow I'll discuss. Just take assignment because I just want you also to understand in detail. chase, chage, chase is the command. Okay. Diff, chase, two commands. You need to find, learn, Google it, whatever you do, I don't know. Find it and come back. Tomorrow we'll discuss. It is there. Change will discuss. How to switch between users. su is a command. su is the command. Okay. To move from one user. Sudo -i we are using just to change to user. If I want to change from EC-to ABC user, you have to use su. Sudo su is the command to switch from one user to the other user. Okay. See it. Again, I want to go back. You can type exit, or else you can use sudo again, sudo to move from one user to the other user. Now, this is one more command, guys. I want to know all the logged in users. Linux is a multi-user operating system, right? I logged into this instance. If you have username and password, like you have ABC user password, so you will log in, you will connect to this instance. You'll connect. I logged in as a EC-to user. You connected from your terminal as ABC user. Someone joined as XYZ user. Like that, I want to know who are all the one user logged in from US. We have a team from US also. They logged into this Linux machine from US with their username and password. I logged in. Someone else logged in. At this moment, what are all the logged in users are there? Users is a command you have to type. If you type this, it will list all the logged in users. I logged in to terminal as of now. If you have your PEM file or username password and you also logged in, not switched, logged in. You logged in with the ABC user giving the password. It will show here ABC user. Next, if someone has joined that username, who are all logged in, multi-user operating system. At a time, multiple users can log in and work, right? Who are all logged in? All the users. At right now, who are all logged in on my mission and working? All the logged in user names it will give. Okay, users is a command. You remember, it is important. Next, links, hard links, soft link. This we discussed. Like how we have VI editor, right? VI editor. Like that, we have VIM also. VIM. All right, it is not there. I think here. To open a file, VIM. Okay, command not found. What we have to do is we have to install install VIM. It is advanced command. Install -y, like this you have to install, right? -y, then you have to use that VIM to open it. Okay, same like VI only. VIM is little advanced than VI, but it will not come by default. We need to install externally. So here VIM i.txt. So same like that, right? Escape : WQ. Same functionality. How it VI works, same like that. VIM also work, but it will little latest than VIM. So nano, gedit, right? There are so many editors. VI is one editor. VIM is one editor, right? You no need to use everything. If they ask you, you tell them I use VI editor. Okay, that's it. Enough. VI is enough. VIM is enough. More than enough. So nano, there are so many things, right? You can get that. Next, guys. See, I have a file. Sorry, I have a file. Is file mandatory? Extension is mandatory for a file in Linux?
No, sir.
No. I created one file. So that file can contain some text, right? Or some image kind of things. Image will have ones and binary zeros, something like that, right? We don't know what is that. So what you can type is file. Let me type ls first. Type file is a command. File typescript dot this one. If you type it, it is going to tell what type by seeing the text or the data present inside the file. Right? The format of text present inside this file, it will read and find out what type of file it is. It is a text, ASCII text it is giving. So this TypeScript is a text file. Text file. In case if the file is don't have extension, or you want to know what type of file it is. So if you use file command, file and the file name if you give, it will read the text present inside that. It will find out what type of text it is, and it will tell whether it is a text file or some other image kind of file, something like that. It will try to understand and tell us. Okay, it is saying it is a text file. It has some text, right? It has some text. So it is saying it is a text file. Understood, guys? Yes or no? Next, one more important command. In the interviews, they'll ask you, I know one user. I want to know that user is part of how many groups. By default, when I create a user with the same username, a group will be created and the user will be part of that group. I said this, right? Whenever I discussed about add user, add commands, I said this statement, right? Whenever we create a user, a group will be created with the username, and then the user, the same user will be part of that group. Next, I created one ABC user. A group has been created. The user is part of that group. So ABC group is created, and only that ABC user is part of that group. But this directory, ABC is the group owner. Okay, fine. Now, this is their directory. So owner is EC-user. Group owner is also EC-user. I want to add ABC user to this group because ABC user also want to get these permissions. I want to add ABC user as part of EC2-user. How to add we'll see later. But I want to know ABC user is part of how many groups. For that, first ID is the command. ID is the command which will show by default, it will show the information about this user, current user. ID, just I'm typing ID, it will give the information of this current working user. The username is EC-user. Every user will have unique number also. ID we call it as UID, user ID. So EC-user ID is this one. He is owner of one group. He's owner of one group. That group name is EC2-user. I said, right, whenever we create a user with the username, a group will be created. So whenever Linux has created EC2-user, a group has been created with that name, username, same group name and username are same. A group ID also will have one ID, GID, group ID, right? This user is this, and this user is owner of, he created this group, and he's part of these many groups. He's part of this group. He's also part of admin group, system journal group, something like that, and all it is showing. Okay, so ID is the command which will show user ID, group ID, and the groups the user is part of. Now it will show the EC-user ID. I want to know the ABC user information, ID ABC. If you don't give username, ID by default will show the default user details. But if you want to know specific user details, you need to give the username. It is saying, okay, ABC user, username is ABC, UID is 1002, and he's owner of one group. He's owner of one group. The group name is this, and the group ID is this, and he's part of groups. Groups equal to, he's part of only one group, ABC, his own group. He don't have any other groups like this. Understood, guys? Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Next, what I want to do is, I want to add ABC, sorry, EC2 let me do like this. I want to add, see this, group ID, this group. How many users are there as part of this group? Only one user, EC-user. Now I want to add ABC user also to that group. Now ABC user is part of how many groups? ABC user is part of how many groups?
Only one.
Only one group. I want to add ABC user to some other group. For that, what I'm doing is user mod is the command. User modify, user mod -ag. What is a group name? EC2-user is a group name. Which user? ABC user. So what is this is? User mod is the command. User mod is the command. User modification means you are going to modify the details, means you are adding this user part of some other group, right? So AG means -a means append group, means this user might be part of some other groups, or this group might have some other users. That should not be overridden. That should be there as it is. I just want to append whatever is there existing, that should be there. For that, I'm appending. For this group, I'm adding ABC user, right? Sudo I have to use because normal user cannot do this. Sudo privileges, I'm going to do this. Okay. Now ID ABC. So now it is giving the details of ABC user. This is a user ID. This is a group. He's the owner of this group, and he's part of two groups. Now see this. He's part of his own group, and he's also part of ABC group. Now as a ABC user, as part of ABC user, I can access, see, ABC user is part of this group, right? For this directory, this is a group owner. So this is a group, right? Owner group is this one. But in this group, ABC user is there. So what type of permissions ABC user will get on this directory?
Left hand side, whatever.
Sir, tell me that ABC user will get what type of permissions on this group? On this directory, sorry. Read, write, execute. Here, this group author, right? Read, write, execute. See, this is owner permissions. First one is owner permissions. First one. Second one is group permissions, right? This group. So in this group, two users are there. EC2FN user is there, and also ABC user is also. ABC user is part of this group also. So that user will get this permissions, whatever is there here. So now he has read, write, execute permissions on this directory. Understood, guys? Understood?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Next. So that is that. Let me discuss about other commands and then I'll come to groups. More or less PS. If config, background kill, this. You name also same that for logged in information only it will give, guys. Info only it will give you name, right? So that Linux information it will give. Okay, everything you don't need to remember. Then this is a recent question asked many times. I want to know physical RAM details. Either you can use any one of this, right? Cat / mem info, right? It is going to give the physical RAM details. Free command will give what? RAM memory details, how much memory is utilized, how much is free and all. Physical details, what type of RAM it is and all, if you want to know, /mem info. Right? Free is mostly most time asked, like DF and free. They'll not ask what is DF command, what is free command, how to know that this free memory or particular folder usage memory DU or RAM free size utilization free command. Physical details very less they ask. Just remember this also. Yeah. /mem info. Said expr. Okay, DF, DU, anything else? Last, this one, echo, date. These are all we discussed, guys. Already we discussed. So diff, and chase command. You find it out by tomorrow. Next, what I want to discuss is groups. Next, what I want to do is groups. I want to discuss. Where is this groups here only? Okay. Okay. See, guys, so far we discussed about existing groups. Whenever I create EC2 user, a group will be created with that username. When I create ABC user, group will be created, and that ABC user will be part of that group. So that is a default groups created when a user got created. I want to create custom group. Group add is a command. Group add XYZ. Permission denied. Only root user can create or sudo user can create. Okay, I created a group called XYZ. I want to add some users to this group. How to add? How to add users to a group? What is the command?
Add user.
మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉంటే దూకేండి అక్కడ నుంచి. Add user, what we use? Add user. Why we use add user command?
Create user.
To create a new user. I'm asking, I want to add a user to a group. My user is already there. I want to add that user to this particular group. How to add? User mod. User mod -ag. I don't want to delete the existing groups of that user. A new group, I want to add that user, right? This group name, XYZ. And user, ABC. So this is a group name. This ABC user, I want to add to this group. Means the user if the user is already part of some groups, it should be there as it is. He want to be part of other group also. Sudo again. Okay. Now ID ABC, if I type, the user is part of 3 groups. He is part of ABC zone group, EC2-user group, XYZ group. Understood? How to create a group and how to add user to a group. Yes or no, guys? So user mod, right? I discussed. Next, I created a user. For that, the user should get disabled. Means the user should not work after 30 days. I created a user. I want to end that user after 30 days, right? This user mod -e end. So date you give that and give the username. So that user will not work after this date on my Linux machine. So I created a ABC user mod -e 2022 December 23 something. That username I'll give ABC. So after December 23, that ABC user, if I try to log into my Linux machine, it will not work. Hey, you are disabled. It will tell again that user has to command add. Understood? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So expiration we can set for that user. Next, this is something related to chase command also. You check the chase command, you will come to know. So I am creating a user. The user should not work for after 2 days. You need to set the time 2022. What is the date, right? 06 13 right 15th. If you set after 15th, that user will not be able to access our Linux machine. Right. Next, I just now I showed you how to add a user to a group. So right, user mod -ag, this group name and username you can give it. Okay. Or you want to rename it. User mod, I explained, right? How to add it. This is group mod. Sorry, I thought it was user mod. I want to modify group name. Right. I want to give a new name. Right. So group mod -n new name and old name. So the group will be changed from this name to this name. So wherever it is there, everywhere it will automatically update. For example, I'm changing from ABC to XYZ. So the group, the files, wherever it shows ABC as the file owner, directory owner, right? There it will change as XYZ also. No problem. I want to delete a group del. Group name, if you give, that group will be deleted. Understood, guys? Yes or no? Group del, group name, if you give, that group will be deleted. Clear?
So
Yes or no?
Want to add multiple users at a time?
No, you have to add only one user at a time. If you want, you can write a script, but one user at a time. Why you want to add multiple user to a group at a time? Okay, there may be requirement, but you can add only one user at a time, as I know. Okay. I never tried for multiple users. Who knows? Might be at the end we'll give username, right? User mod -ag group name username, right? Username with space separation. You try to give 2-3 names. You check whether all the users are added to that group or not. You can try that. Okay, but I never tried that. Understood, guys? So chase and diff commands. You try it. Tomorrow I'll start shell scripting. Okay, tomorrow I'll start discussing about shell scripting. With that, we ended Linux. Right? So don't forget, guys, practice it well. Practice. Right? Linux commands, you should be on your fingertips. There are a lot of commands still, but for our DevOps, it's enough. Whatever we discuss, that is more than enough. But in case if you require also, you have the knowledge how to Google it. For so there is some requirement, Linux command for this purpose, it will give that. So then you type ls or some, whatever the command, -help or just check in the internet, you'll get plenty of options. Plenty of help you will get there. Okay.